Hello, it's me, Token Vaping guys. Today's juice review is a little different for me. Normally, I reach out to companies and we'll do the formal back and forth and get to know each other for a few, and then they'll check obviously my channel and my page to make sure that I'm legit, and that I mean what I say and that I'm trying to do actual reviews. This one is a little different. I reached out to this company. It's run by two buds, really good friends, and they have a two flavor line. And I'll admit, I was hooked on their logo, which is what made me reach out to them. And then as I got to talk to the main gentleman that I was speaking with, I got to know him a little bit. He got to know me. We talked back and forth a bit, and I really, really respected where him and his buddy were coming from, what they were trying to do with their line. They're not millionaires. They're not people that have multi-billion dollars just sitting around doing nothing. This is something that they have a passion for, that they have a commitment to, that they wanted to put out some quality vaping flavors. And they took the time, they took the investment, they researched whatever they had to do to make sure that what they were going to put out was going to be just as top quality as some of the big players. Not everybody has the financing and the backing to be able to just throw out a juice line and call it good and say, hey, here we go. So we got to know each other a bit. We talked back and forth for a while, and I was really, really impressed with where they were coming from and what they were representing as far as with their flavors. And I was honored that they were willing to want me to go ahead and do this review for them. And in doing so, it made me realize just how committed and how dependent on, I don't know if dependent really is the right word, but it showed me just how committed and abiding people can be when it comes to vaping. Basically, with that, I mean it's more. They're obviously they're in it to to run a business. They're in it to provide a service and product for us as vapors. However, their main goal and concern is not to see how much they can make and not how much to how much they can get out of people. It's how much they can provide and offer vapors as far as a quality product, an enjoyable vape, flavors that basically will make you want to keep vaping. That will make you come back. It's not them having to lie or sucker you into this. Their flavors will speak for themselves, and the quality and passion that you get out of vaping it is what will bring you back to them. Without further ado, I do apologize. I'm kind of rambling on this here. The name of the company is Brothers Bane. This is an amazing logo, if you can see that. This is basically what drew me in, and if you can tell by this part of the logo, that's basically in the stylized the hammer of Thor, with a dragon biting its own tail. That is an amazing, amazing logo. That is just so impressive. Beyond that, the label itself is pretty plain. It's basically just white for the most part. But this is a striking logo. And this is the bottles that they come in, amber colored glass, safety wrap there. And this is a first vape, first seal, first impression. Now, like I said, it is a two flavor line. And the reason why I am very impressed with this line, and the reason why I'm a big supporter of this line so far, is because the other flavor, this one is called the Ravens. The other flavor called the Hammer, I've been vaping on all day, and that's all I have left. This flavor is phenomenal, and I'll get into that here in a second. But they do have the name of the flavor, the nicotine level, which is right there for me is a 3, and they have their standard warning and ingredient labels on the side here. Like I said, it's a very basic label, but the logo is so striking that they don't need to have anything else on the label. Now, real quick with that, I need to give them a huge, huge, amazing, gratifying thank you. This is a huge honor. They did their research, obviously in making their juices, but they also did their research on me as well, making sure that I'm not somebody who's just out to try to get, free juice and things like that. That I do my reviews. I try to put the time and effort into my reviews as much as they do their juice. And their way of helping promote their line and also to basically give a thanks, so to speak, as far as to help me promote my channel as well. They allowed me to get a shirt, but what they did, and this totally floored me, what they did is this is their shirt, this is their logo, and yes, do you see the name? Do you see the name? They put my name on the shirt above their logo. That is amazing. That is a huge honor, and it is a huge privilege. The back of it has their impressive logo right here. That is just so badass. Do you not see that? That is cool. It also has the hashtags for them and their Instagram page as well as mine. So, it just shows that they're trying to give back as much as that they're trying to provide as well for that. And before this goes any further, in no way, shape, or form is this the reason why I'm doing the video. This was a complete surprise to me. This was, like I said, this was their way of saying thank you, and it was a shock, as much to me as anybody willing to say yes and allow me to do their review. So I just want to make sure that that is clear. Now, the two flavors, as I said, one is called the Hammer, the other is called the Ravens. The Hammer, this is a cheesecake, but it's not an ordinary cheesecake. Now, any of you that have watched my videos know that I grew up in New York. One of the only desserts that I used to eat regularly, because I haven't found any good substitutes out where I am now. One of the flavors or desserts that I was a big fan of is obviously New York cheesecake. I prefer a strawberry cheesecake until I tried this flavor, and this opened my eyes to a few other options. The Hammer is a New York style cheesecake drizzled with caramel. Now, as you can tell, that is all I have left out of a 30 ml bottle. This was the one that I was sent to do the review on. This flavor is phenomenal. And again, this is purely my opinion. I'm not trying to impose my will on anybody. I'm not trying to tell anybody how they should feel or take to this flavor. But if you like creamy, if you like cheesecake flavors, if you like dessert flavors, if you like the deep custardy type flavor, you will like this flavor as much as I do. I can almost promise that. It is definitely a creamy, thick custardy type cheesecake flavor. The caramel drizzle is just enough to give it a hint of a sweetness, to offset the cheesecake flavor. It just works. It is an amazing vape. It is an incredible all-day vape. I have not, obviously, as you can tell, I have not tired of it. A lot of times you will vape a dessert flavor and it just gets it gets a heavy, after a while the flavor just starts to get to you, and it tends to get to be a little too much, whether it's overly sweet, whether it's just really just sits in your gut more than you'd like it to, things like that. I've been vaping that flavor all day, and I have not felt anything other than just enjoyment out of the vape. The clouds, I will show you on the Ravens. The clouds are phenomenal. They're solid, they're thick, they're plentiful. Flavor does not get lost. There is absolutely no throat hit whatsoever. It is such a solid, smooth vape. Like I said, throughout the entire flavor, you get that cheesecake, and then about midway through towards the end, the caramel drizzle kicks in, and it gives it just enough sweetness to change it up a little bit. Not too much, but it gives it that little extra sweetness to make you just want to enjoy that lingering flavor that much more, so that you take another vape, so that you can keep that flavor going. Very solid. The flavor is very abundant. No, I would not say that there's anything negative about that flavor. Strawberry cheesecake flavor is still my go-to. this is definitely in my top four as far as a custody dessert style vape. Um, they come in three nicotine levels. It's a 0, 3, and a 6, and you can purchase their bottles in two sizes, a 30 ml and a 60 ml. Like I said, they do have an Instagram page. They have a Facebook page as well, and off their Instagram page, you can just direct message them or email them about prices and order information. They are based in California, and there are a few shops that do carry their line as well. So if you are in the California area, just reach out to them. They can let you know what shops they're available in. Now, onto the Ravens. Like I said, bottle-wise, very simplistic label with the exception of this eye-popping logo, and it draws your attention all right here. You cannot help but look. It's a great, great logo. As I said, mainly because of California, but also due to the regulations now, all bottles have to have the safety wrap on there. So I did want to show that was there. So I'm going to go ahead and bust this open. Now, this flavor, the Ravens, is supposed to be a blackberry ice cream. And if you've ever had blackberry, it's basically, they're just dark. I think they kind of look like raspberries, but they're a deep, deep dark, almost a blackish purple. Flavor is, by themselves, blackberries flavors are it's very, very strong, but in a good way. It's very solid flavor, very berry fruity flavor. It's a very enjoyable taste if you like berries. And that definitely smells like blackberries. That is awesome. Very pungent, but in a very, very enjoyable way. I mean, it is a strong flavor. You definitely get it. You are not going to feel like you're lacking in flavor. You're not going to open the bottle and be like, I don't smell it. So I'm going to go ahead and wick this up, and we're going to go ahead and do this vape, and I will tell you what the flavor is. So there's my device, brand new cotton, as I wicked up for this. And the only cotton that I use, since I've tried it, is Texas Tough Cotton. It's not a pansy-ass cotton ball style material. It is very, very, very solid. Processed amazingly. Holds juice and flavor very, very well. And just in general, as long as I don't change flavors on it too much, I've noticed that it does last me a bit longer than other cotton that I've used. So on Instagram, it's Texas Tough Cotton if you're interested. So I'm going to go ahead and juice this up. And while I'm doing this real fast, I just want to reiterate, anytime you purchase anything, it doesn't matter if it's in a shop, online, through a friend, whatever, anytime that you purchase something, especially if it's something that's meant to be ingested, if there's any type of security measure taken, whether it's a safety wrap, a safety seal, safety tape, a child safety cap, locking rings, anything that is being used for any type of security purposes to make sure that it hasn't been tampered with or messed with at all, if for whatever reason something about it makes you feel uncomfortable or just makes you feel uneasy or weird about using it, just simply don't. Return it to the shop that you got it from, contact the makers, contact the distributor, contact whoever you have to. Let them know what's going on and explain to them that you just don't feel comfortable vaping on it. And they will take steps and do what they need to rectify the situation. Because at the end of the day, honestly, it's all about your health and safety. That's the number one priority. Wow, even on the burn off, that smells amazing. If this is anything like the Hammer, I have really high hopes for this flavor. I'm telling you. So, we're going to go ahead, pop my cap on, and I am vaping at 75 watts. You can see it right there. This is the Ravens from Brothers Bane. Oh. Wow. As you can tell, the clouds are solid. I wish YouTube, these videos, I could had a smell-o-vision that you could just sit here and I could just do this and have you smell this. This is phenomenal. absolutely Blackberry. No mistaking that at all whatsoever. I spent some years in Montana, and Blackberry is a big deal out there. They use that in a lot of things. So I have had the opportunity to try Blackberry in different stages. This is almost a dead spot on Blackberry flavor. The creaminess from the ice cream part of this is definitely smooth. Like I said, still no throat hit. Um, Definitely smooth, very creamy, which almost is basically if you let ice cream melt just a slight bit before you eat it, that creaminess that you get as you're eating it definitely has been nicely emulated in this flavor. Solid blackberry ice cream. I mean, obviously, you can't copy an exact ice cream flavor in a liquid form, but this is probably one of the best interpretations of an ice cream flavor that I've come across in a while. That is phenomenal. I'm going to go ahead and take my wattage and I'm going to bring it up a bit just to see if it changes the flavor, good or bad, and we'll go from there. And I will give you a final impression on this. But I'm telling you, even if you don't vape super high, so I took it up to 85. Try it right there. Clouds. So obviously it is a bit warmer, but flavor-wise, all it's done is just enhanced it. Now, I don't vape super high. Most of you know that that have followed me, watched my videos, know me, have talked to me. I'm not a high vapor. I'm not a huge heat vapor. I'm not, an over 100 watts vapor. Um, but at 75 watts, 85 watts, it is a very smooth, comfortable vape. It is very enjoyable. It is creamy. It is flavorful. It is just all around enjoyable. I'm telling you, two flavors: blackberry ice cream, New York style cheesecake with caramel drizzle. Bar nothing else, you need to try these two flavors. You need to experience the fullness and the richness to the of these flavors. And as long as you like either one, as long as you like this type of flavor, you will definitely want to put this in your all day vape rotation. I definitely want to. I'm going to. Cheesecake. Nothing else needs to be said about that. It is just, this is very, very well done. Blackberry ice cream. I haven't had a whole lot of ice cream, but this is an amazing vape in itself as well. It's very fulfilling without being too heavy and without being overly hardy. They're both very solid vapes. So, Brothers Bane, guys, thank you so much. Thank you for giving me your some of your time. Thank you for sharing some of your backstory with me and informing me of the different visions that you guys have. Thank you for letting me understand your vision and what you were trying to put out. It was a huge honor. Your two flavors, they are top notch. They are amazing vapes. Guys, definitely give these guys a try. Hit them up, Facebook, Instagram, email them. Find out where they're located. Find out what shops carry them. Have your shop reach out to them and try to sample them out, and bring them in as for something different, something solid, something dependable that's an enjoyable vape. There will not be a disappointment in this. But again, reach out to them. That's the first step. Or, if you're interested, let me know. I will tell them where you're located or what shops you might want to mention, and they can reach out to them for that. But definitely give them a definite try. Brothers Bane, this was a huge privilege. Thank you so much for the honor of doing this review for you. Guys, as always, I'm Token Vaping here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Pinterest. Anything that I can do to help enhance your vaping experience. Anything, does not matter what. All I want to do is help make your vaping experience more enjoyable. So any questions, any type of video that you'd like to see, anything that you just want to know, I will do everything that I can to help fulfill that and make it that much more easier for you to realize your vaping preferences and your taste palettes. So with that, thank you guys so much for watching. And if you have not yet, please, any advocacy groups that you know of that you haven't joined yet, please do so. Get your voice combined with the already growing vaping community, and so that we can be heard as one to continue to fight for our vaping rights. It is so important. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, I'm Token Vaping. Vape on, vape strong, guys. Have a good night.